All right, let's talk about something that's happening behind the scenes on almost every crypto transaction, but hardly anyone knows its name. It's called MEV, and it's basically this invisible force. You could even call it a hidden tax on your crypto.
You've been there, right? You're on a DEX, you see a price you like, you hit that swap button, and then the final number that lands in your wallet is, well, it's just worse. It's super frustrating, and it's not always just the market being crazy.
So what's going on? Well, there's a good chance you just paid an invisible cost, a hidden tax that was literally extracted from your transaction, and you never even saw it happen. So in this first part, we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly what this hidden tax on the blockchain is all about. Okay, so this hidden tax, it's got a name. It's MEV, which is short for Maximum Extractable Value. So what on earth does that actually mean? Let's break that down. You've got miners or validators, right? They're the ones who group all our transactions into blocks and add them to the chain. Well, because they control how those blocks get built, they also control the order of the transactions inside. And that power, that's where the opportunity is. It allows them, or some really clever bots, to shuffle things around to make a profit that often comes straight out of your pocket. The whole reason MEV even exists is because the place where transactions wait to be confirmed, the mempool, is completely public. It's like a transparent waiting room. Now, look, not all MEV is evil. Some of it's just simple arbitrage, which is a healthy part of any market. But a lot of it is pretty shady, like front-running. And here's the kicker. Most of the time, the average user has no idea they're the one paying for it all. Think about it like this. We all get gas fees. It's the cost you see up front for using the network. You see it, you agree to it, you pay it. Simple. MEV is the total opposite. It's an invisible cost. It's value that gets skimmed right off the top of your transaction's outcome. It's not a fee for the network. It's a profit someone else is making from you. Okay, so that's the what. Now for the really interesting part, the how. How do these attacks actually play out in the wild? So remember that public waiting room, the mempool? When you submit a transaction, it doesn't just instantly appear on the blockchain. Nope, it hangs out in this waiting room first. And it's totally visible to anyone who's looking, including bots that are programmed to hunt for these kinds of opportunities.
And all that visibility is what leads to one of the most common and, frankly, clever MEV strategies out there, the sandwich attack. So how does a bot perfectly trap a user's trade?
Let's walk through it with a user we'll call Alice. Okay, step 1. Alice wants to buy a token with 10 ETH, so she sends her order, and it pops up in the mempool. Step 2. Bam! An MEV bot sees it, and in a split second, it jumps ahead of her in the line, buying the exact same token just moments before her. This pushes the price up. Step 3. Now it's Alice's turn. Her trade goes through, but because the price just went up, she gets fewer tokens for her money. And finally, step 4, the bot immediately sells its tokens, cashing in on that price difference it created.
And there you have it. You're the filling. Alice's trade was the good stuff in the middle, perfectly sandwiched between the bot's buy order and its sell order. It's a risk-free profit for the bot, all at Alice's expense.
Now, this isn't just some abstract, technical thing. This has a very real, very measurable cost to users, to DeFi protocols, and really to the whole network. So how big of a deal are we talking about here? Well, get this. For a larger trade, say a 50 ETH swap, MEV could tack on an extra 10% to the cost. That's a massive premium you're paying without even knowing it, and it's going straight into some bot operator's wallet. And this damage just ripples outwards. For you and me, the users, it means paying more and having trades fail. For DeFi protocols, it means bots are snatching up valuable liquidations. And for the network itself, all these bots fighting each other can clog everything up and make gas prices skyrocket for everybody. And this whole game is constantly evolving. I mean, back in 2019, it was mostly just simple arbitrage. Then came the gas auctions, where bots would outbid each other. By 2021, we saw these super sophisticated sandwich attacks become the norm. And now MEV is a massive factor in everything from NFT mints to big-time liquidations. Okay, I know this sounds pretty bad, but it's not all doom and gloom. The community is actively working on this, and there are things you can actually do right now to protect yourself. And that's the really good news here. You're not helpless. Just knowing that MEV is a thing is the biggest step you can take to avoid getting caught by it. So, what's in the toolkit? First, you can use services like Flashbots. They let you send your transaction directly to the people building the blocks.
so you completely bypass that public mempool where all the bots are lurking. Second, using Layer 2 networks helps a ton, because they're just faster, giving bots less time to pull off their tricks. And finally, here's a simple one. Just set a lower slippage tolerance on your trades. That tells the exchange, hey, I'm not willing to accept a much worse price, which makes you a way less juicy target for a sandwich attack.
At the end of the day, it really comes down to this. When you take these steps, you're not just saving your own skin. You're actually helping to make the entire ecosystem fairer and more secure for everyone. You're going from being a target to being an informed participant. And all this leaves us with the million-dollar question that the entire crypto world is trying to figure out right now. Is MEV just a bug, a flaw in the system that we need to patch, or is it an unavoidable feature of open, transparent markets, something that can't be eliminated, only tamed? The answer to that is going to define the future of DeFi.